All right, everybody. Here we are yet again on a
Oh.
on an odd Thursday. On an odd Thursday. Now, for everybody who follows us, you guys have seen the tweet. We are actually doing a special episode today, centered around Horizon. We will be talking about other games, not just Horizon, obviously, but its main focus here is going to be Horizon. This is going to be one of those special episodes here. Just like we've done in the past, where we have some special occurrences depending if it's a state of play, or if it's E3, or if it's a PSX. Gentlemen, I'm sure we're all excited about Horizon, but I think I need to hand it over to the man who's the most excited for this, Mr. Adam here. Do you wanna start us off for this special episode of Crafting a Chat tonight?
Oh yeah, I could start us off. Ah! No, no. I loved it. I loved every single moment about it. We'll talk in depth and detail. I freaked out when she was helping that guy in the very begin. Did everybody watch it? Let's get that out of the way. Everybody here watched it, right?
Yep.
All right. Kevin bringing the energy. Nice. Um, when it first starts off and she's talking to that guy who's hurt and he's like, oh, they came through, and then she's like, where's Aaron? I was like, oh my god, I didn't expect them to bring any of those characters to this part of the world. I just did not expect that at all. And as someone who loved Aaron in the first game, I'm so excited. And then you end up rescuing him. The game is beautiful. Let's talk about that first. It starts off and it's beautiful. It's
I
more
gotta agree.
beautiful than anything I've seen before in my life.
It is 100% beautiful. That game, I think the biggest aesthetic piece to it is the water. That water
Yeah,
is one of the best looking animations of water that I've seen in a game to date so
yeah.
far.
That water is
Um,
beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous, just stunning water. The Gorilla did a fantastic job. I mean, it's an advancement no matter how you look at it. From the original one to this, everything she does, from her animations to some of the newer things that she's doing, which we'll get into in a little bit, to just the enemies. I mean, they look. Oh my God, they look even
Even
better.
more detailed than I thought possible.
God,
I,
how else can you make a robotic?
I
I'll
don't
tell you how.
know.
You go
You
work a
did it.
gorilla and you'll find out.
Yeah, they figured it out. They figured it out, man. Kevin, what do you think about the beauty of it?
It's a super pretty game. Lighting is top notch.
Oh, yeah.
Foliage is amazing.
I gotta agree with that one.
Uh,
Foliage.
People look real good.
Do you not agree
Honestly,
that
it doesn't look
animations
like
are
a
better
ton.
for people? It's better than the original, I think, for
I
animation wise, right? For
mean,
people.
I guess pretty similar in my opinion.
Um, I think the thing that wasn't the most improved was the facial animations. I still think there was some sort of jank to that. Um, it looked much better than the first.
Tell you what,
It
the
wasn't
swimming animations are
weird.
great.
Yeah, that. Oh
Swimming,
The
my
yeah.
swimming
God.
animations are super realistic because
Oh
she
my,
changes her stroke based on what she's doing,
yeah.
which is amazing. Like if
I
she's trying to go down, I don't even know if this is technically how you're supposed to do it, mind you. But like if she's going down, she does what is it? Technically like the butterfly or whatever. When like you put your legs together and you're just moving them up and down like a dolphin, basically. Um, and then she does normal like breaststroke going straight, things like that. It's little
yeah.
things.
That when she went underwater, when she first dived into the water, I was like, oh, they're gonna show underwater, and then she popped back up, and I was like, oh, maybe not, but they still might. Then she goes back under, and she puts on the breathing apparatus, like really
Oh, I
quick.
didn't even notice that.
So when you only see it when she like dives down for the first time to stay underwater, you see it on her face. And like before
Wow.
she goes under, you see her hands go up toward her face a little bit. I watched it a couple times. And it looks like she pushes up there. It probably just spawns on, if I'm honest. Um, but yeah,
That's
that water is so beautiful. Kevin, I didn't even notice the animations changing with the swimming. I
oh,
I
check it
saw
out.
it was a bunch, but
Watch
like
that. it's super good. It literally is based on how like she's swimming. And like I said, I don't know how you're like supposed to swim. I don't know what strokes
Yeah.
are best for what, but it changes based on whether she's going downward, staying horizontal, just moving forward,
Yeah.
and going upward.
Yeah.
It's all different. It's crazy. It's so
Yeah, but going back to like the
Um,
technical look of the water, when we saw that curvy road in San Francisco, Lombardy Street or Lombard Street, I don't remember. But in
Lombard,
the
I think.
beginning, is it Lombard? Yeah.
I
Um,
think. I'm not sure.
I think it's Lombard. I think you're right. But in the beginning, they you hold on, I'm teleporting Desunoto to where we are.
Yeah, you may have to teleport
Yeah,
him here because he's not gonna.
he's not gonna know. What? Where am I?
That was you.
That was me.
Yeah.
For some reason,
what?
it deselected him, and then selected
Maybe
me.
he hasn't loaded correctly
No.
into the game yet.
Right? No, that's what? What am I doing?
You
Guys,
teleported him to himself.
yeah, I did. Who to where? Genesis. Boom. There. Now
Yeah,
sit in
there
your
he is.
chair. Walk forward, turn to the right.
Over here. He's not in the chat yet. That's why.
He's not in the
Over
chat.
here.
Yeah,
Come here. Come on. Come on.
I'm asleep.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Well, move into your chair over here.
Oh.
don't ask where we are. Don't. We'll show you after. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. I built a lot of things in here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't look around. Don't even question it. All right. This is my kidnap room where you're never leaving. There's a door over there. Hold on.
He's gonna seal the door.
There we go. Anyways, yeah, the water is
Hey, come back in your chair. Did he not just explain you're kidnapped? You can't leave. Go back in your chair.
what do you? Hey, I'll kick you. I know how to solve it.
Thank you. All right, let's go.
Anyways,
I know how to solve
when it shows the water, I mean the foliage, I don't even care. I can't speak words. When it shows, thank you. When it first showed the foliage, I said it wrong again. I don't care. But when it first showed that, and I saw that little patch of green grass at the bottom left, I was like, "This is fake. No, this is not a real gameplay. This is not real because it looked so good. Just that little patch of grass. If nobody knows the little patch of grass I'm talking about, pull that trailer up and look at it. Just be like, what the? Oh my god. But anyways, the water going down the stream.
The water. Oh.
I want to hear Desunoto talk about the water.
I'm a water man. I don't want.
I am also a water man.
It gets you. Uncharted 2, I remember vividly because of the water. Yeah, Uncharted 2. Because you would go in the water and your clothes were wet.
Well, it must be Naughty Dog rubbing off on Gorilla here.
I remember the water in the first game was pretty good. I don't remember it being like groundbreaking.
No, in Horizon 1?
Yeah.
I mean, the water was okay. Like, you see in the water, you couldn't do much in the water, I think.
Yeah, there wasn't too much.
Yeah, you just kind of swam in the water a little bit, but that was it. Like, you basically walked or swam in the water. But this, oh my god. Did you see the amount of detail when she went underneath and, like, you saw all those colors pop up?
Yeah.
You see, like, all the little, like, the different barnacles and things
Okay.
like that.
The colors are so vibrant.
I'm not gonna lie, and please don't judge me.
The noodles.
Please don't judge me. When she first went underwater, I was like, they could make an Aquaman game. Now, should they? No, probably not. But they could. And honestly, I might play. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, underwater, beautiful colors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So far, we're just talking about the technical aspects, Desunoto, so you didn't miss too much.
Graphics, really.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think?
The water is pretty solid, isn't it?
I mean, honestly, it's very fluid.
All the trees and stuff too much.
It's fluid. It's not solid at all, Kevin. You're missing the main point. You got to watch that trailer again.
Yeah. See?
It's pretty foolish of you.
Gotta watch in 4K this time.
Oh, you got the 4K? Oh, beautiful.
They put the 4K up like
I watched
10 minutes after.
I watched it like 3 times. It's not boring. Don't ask. I didn't build this
I know
today.
Listen, we know what you've been doing all day. We know what you've been doing since you woke up this morning. You had that live stream pulled up since this morning.
Yeah, I didn't watch it
Since you
until
woke up
after
this
I
morning.
finished working at like 6:04. I had the group
Listen,
chat
dude.
muted, which
Part of me
honestly was
doesn't
kind of
believe that.
pointless because you guys only really texted like 4 things.
I mean, I just texted a bunch of stuff that was going on today, like other announcements
Yeah,
and things, and then
but
I just posted the live stream after that.
regarding Horizon, it's like you saying, "Oh, it's beautiful," and then Desunoto being like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Oh, it's crazy." No release date though, and that was it. That was the end. That was the whole conversation. And I was like, "How are they not talking about what?" How? Like
Listen,
I was having a stroke while I was watching this. I was losing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. When she threw down a smoke bomb, are you kidding me?
Oh my god,
Like,
beautiful. It's beautiful.
what? I just when she threw down a
I wasn't
smoke
really
bomb,
impressed with the smoke.
it's so
I've
beautiful.
seen better.
The Ghost of Tsushima smoke right there. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. I think that
I,
it's more
I will I
stylized.
will
Yeah.
agree. I will
Yeah.
agree with you. It is I
And it's
will agree with
actually
you there.
thicker. This one dissipated. This one dissipated too quickly for my liking. It might be more realistic. I
Yeah.
don't know that. But
Well, yeah, smoke bombs
it went
typically
away
don't
so fast.
remain for long, especially out in the
See,
open,
now
windy area.
let me compare
Yeah, it's
two
on a
major
beach.
smoke bombs: Assassin's Creed smoke bomb and Ghost of Tsushima smoke bomb. Assassin's Creed smoke bomb was a very cartoony looking smoke bomb where you drop that thing and it's just a giant white puff of smoke. You have sometimes you can't even find where you are, and it's
Yeah,
the
you
actual
could
smoke itself.
assassinate like 7 people in a smoke bomb if you're quick enough.
Exactly. Now, Ghost of Tsushima smoke bomb was, I think, the better looking smoke bomb. And then you look at this one, right? This leans more towards the Ghost smoke bomb than it does Assassin's Creed smoke bomb, obviously. Um, but if I had to take I don't know, a quality gauge, Ghost is where you want to be with the smoke bomb. Assassin's Creed doesn't know how to do a smoke bomb at all
I
anymore.
I don't think it needs to change or anything. I think it's there to quickly just blind the enemies. It's more like a flash, honestly, how it worked. It was
Like a
barely a smoke
flashbang.
bomb. Yeah, it was more like a flashbang. It was very strange. What are you opening? What are you doing? You had all day.
Um,
We don't even plan to go long on this. And somehow you managed to fit it in. There's 24 hours in one day, and you did this. Sometimes you disappoint me once a week, but this week it's twice now. I wonder why.
oh, oh my.
What? No.
Alright, I was gonna say
You
it
know what?
kind of
No,
fits,
put it
but
back. I
okay.
kind of liked it. I kind of liked it.
It was cool, you know. We're all in the middle, you know. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's
There
what
you
was
go.
missing.
Okay.
That's what. All right.
Um.
Anyways, Kevin, why is the book
So
looking at you? Oh, it's spinning. Never mind.
um, I mean the enemy types. Let me just. I'm gonna take a second to talk about that, dude. When the Velociraptor looking machine came out, that oh my god, I was like, what is that? It comes out even down to the feet construction,
Yeah,
literally the same exact. I was like, oh my
the
god, what are they
chainsaw
detailing
mouth.
that? They didn't even have to go that far. They didn't even have to go. Well, you went farther than the last time. I mean, the last time it was detailed enough with like the giant saber-tooth tigers or like, oh my god, the woolly mammoth looking one. Oh my god, that
No,
thing.
but they do have to go that detailed.
I think they do
Well,
as
I mean,
well.
okay,
They have to do that for a game mechanics level. Because that was the
Yeah.
okay,
coolest part about the first game was that
Well,
if you don't have the level of detail on the enemies that you had
yeah.
even in the first game, you can't take them down in the unique ways you were able to in the
and
first
this
game.
looks more
But now,
detailed.
with them being even more detailed, you're gonna have even more ways to take them down. Well, at least you should.
The, yeah, the mammoth. We'll talk about the mammoth towards the end because let's kind of try to stay a little bit on track. A little bit. We so
Yeah,
far stayed
I'm
a little.
just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just had to throw it
No,
in there.
no. Yeah, I'm not
They all
criticizing
came
anything you
out.
said, but just saying.
They all came out in the group of four, and then I love how the game showed like the camera panning back, and the last one came out, like the fifth one came out of the wall in
Uh
the back, or it came off the cliff on the back. I was like, oh, this is cool. Then as
I'm
soon as the one
wondering.
sees them, everybody sees her.
I'm wondering if that's like a scripted event because it clearly was made to for her to be surrounded, and even her dialogue was like, "I got to get away from them." Or do you think you can just stop and fight all of them. I don't think you can. I feel like that's a moment where it's like, okay, you have to run now.
No, I think you can fight all of them. You don't necessarily have to go that direction. I don't think anything was really directing her to do that.
Well,
I think it was the more.
her dialogue of her being like, I gotta get away from them. Over here. Oh, they're still following me. Oh, the water. And
But
then she jumps in the water.
doesn't she say the same, like along the lines of the same things in Horizon One, where she's like, I gotta hide, I gotta get away from these guys, I gotta stay hidden. Okay, good. They're not looking for me anymore.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
she
kind of.
says
You're
things
right.
like that.
Yeah, you're
She
right.
does say that in the
Yeah,
first one,
that's
you're right.
fair. That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I don't think it's actually scripted. I think that was. I mean, it was made to look like it was scripted because they're trying to show off. Like, hey, look how this thing looks. Look at the interactions. Look how
Oh,
this
yeah,
one
they're
came.
gonna
Go
have scripted
climb up
gameplay
this
for sure.
pole. You can jump on the other
Yeah.
pole.
Right. Which I mean, if before I move on to the jumping, which I don't know who wants to take that segment because I love that segment as well. But the
Anybody.
the just the level of detail, even in the tail that they had. I want to see an attack string from that thing. That that thing looks like it can easily rip you to shreds. Real, like, it doesn't look like one of the Watchers, like how they attack with like the
Yeah.
lunge attack or like the eyeball blast at you. Those things look like they'll jump on you and probably like
Tear you apart.
try to crowd. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen if one of those grab us?
Yeah, Horizon 1 was really good with, you can tell which creature you're going against by the sounds, how they move, how they act, because no creature acted the same. And that was actually the most unique things about those creatures to me. I mean, yeah, they were unique in like taking them down and stuff, but that's all kind of in the same thing. Um, but these looked completely different. Like they were similar to the Watchers, and they were similar to the other ones. I don't remember the names, but yeah, they were terrifying. And I hope there's just one part where it's like a little spooky moment, get you a little scared, get you a little crying. Separate the boys from the boys. You know what I mean?
I'll take a scary part in that game. If they can scare me with an enemy type that I haven't seen, that is like almost, you remember the one that used to camouflage and turn invisible and shoot you?
Yeah, I hate those things.
That like something similar to that, but like scarier than that. I would love to see something along that
That'd be
line.
cool.
But who wants to take the beautiful topic of jumping, because there's a lot of stuff that we need to unpack with that
It's
one.
probably still X.
Oh, do you mean to
jump.
go up? I see. Okay,
To
yeah.
jump. No, just to jump.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
took the topic. All right.
Um.
The end.
All
What
right.
else happened with jumping? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
When she was able to use her focus and the lines came up for where you had to jump.
That happened before, but it would just highlight the things in yellow. But now they're like
Oh.
simple lines, and then like with the grapple points where they turned into like X's were put on them, so you knew where to grab. Oh my god, the grapple! Oh my god.
That's what I was kind of
Yeah, the
getting
grapple
to.
Oh!
looks really good.
The grapple looks so cool. When she first went sideways, I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm curious." And then she did it later and went really far, and I was like, "She's Batman." What is this? And then, so before, well, there's a little bit more with jumping. I'm going to take it. I don't care. So we're doing a Breath of the Wild thing or whatever type of game. If we can keep on the Batman thing. She pulls out a little shield umbrella. No idea how that
Yeah.
works. And she just hovers down. And then later, she grapples. And then she hovers down. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Everything looks so smooth.
Oh, it looks
Definitely
so
smooth.
buttery smooth.
That
So
game
buttery
definitely
smooth.
targeting 60 FPS.
So
I think.
buttery.
Oh,
I don't know. It was so hard to tell because it looked like 30, but it also looked like maybe like in the middle. But I don't think they would do that.
like 45.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that because it's not. It doesn't look good.
I mean, it's not out, so they didn't talk about the
Yeah.
frame rate, so they probably still haven't decided that. There's probably like a 4K ray tracing with 30 frames, and then
30,
like
yeah.
the other dynamic 4K that's 60 or something like that.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be shocked with that, and I'll always pick the 4K because I can't tell with frames. Is this game running at 60? I have no idea.
Minecraft? I think it is.
See, I don't know. No idea.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you confirm that?
What?
Can we count the
Is
frames in
Minecraft
Minecraft with your eyes, please?
is Minecraft running in 60 or 30?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Look at the book.
Um,
Can you tell from that?
the to end the jumping section though,
Oh!
um, the dive that she does into the water from the jump that was way high up, I was like, also everybody keeps saying that the jumping is looks more fluid. I have to agree, obviously, because when you jump in the original game to grab a ledge, it just didn't look like a natural motion. It looked like it was like
It was old
one
school.
stance. Yeah, one stance to the next stance to the next. This is all in one fluid motion of her jumping from the ground, reaching up, grabbing a ledge, and then jumping from that ledge to another ledge.
Yeah. In the first game, it was you jump and it went into one or two animations. That was the jump animation. That's why you could just jump in one place forever, and it was cool. This one, it looks like a more. It has way more animations, and there's like a range to her jumping. But I mean, as long as you can still grab stuff, and I honestly think the jumping and everything worked fine in the first game. I'm curious to see like what powers or abilities carry over. Like it looked like she did a long roll and she had the slow motion again. Also, the HUD changes are weird with the health on the right side and not on the left side. I found that strange. That blew my mind.
There was health?
Yeah, on the
Yes,
bottom
on the
right.
bottom
Yeah.
right. Orange and
No.
then purple was something else. I don't know what
Neither of them
purple
were health.
was. What? No, orange. The top one was health, I believe.
If it was, it never went down. She was
Yeah,
hit multiple times too.
did she
I
get
mean,
hit?
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, she went,
I'm
ah,
pretty
and fell.
sure because the purple
Oh,
bar depleted with the not staff, like the spear attack when she loaded it up with that overcharge like battery thing and threw it at
Oh.
the dude. The purple bar
that.
depleted.
Does she have super attacks at this, like super
Yeah,
moves at
she
this
has
I
point?
special
don't know.
moves. Yeah. They talked about
Oh
that with
my
the in the gameplay stuff.
god.
They were saying like,
I
oh,
assumed that the health was hidden.
I mean, it probably was, and those are, but it's just weird how it is over on the right side, those bars,
Isn't that
because
where it was though?
no, it was on the left side, because you'd pick up stuff
Uh,
and then you'd have the plant stuff over on the side, and then you'd do it, and then when you pick up like sticks and stuff, it would pop up on the right. You'd see like what you were picking up.
oh, okay. I thought the ammo count was in the right. Maybe it's on the left. I don't remember. I haven't played the first game in a while.
Yeah, I think about it every day.
That super move
Yeah, the
shocked me. I
melee
saw that
combat with human enemies looked way better. That was the
she's
one
got
thing where it was like,
actual
meh, in the
she's
first.
got actual combat. Like, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, combos now. Like the combos can hook together, and then she can combo that into like a pull of her bow, which then will like it all
yeah.
looks so fluid. Like there was no break in the combo.
It still looked limited, but I'm okay with that because I don't want to fight humans that much. I'm not in the game for that.
No,
Um,
I think yeah, I mean
but
the
it
main
wasn't
premise of
just
the game is still the bow and
light
the arrow,
attack, heavy
obviously.
attack, light attack, heavy attack, light attack, heavy attack. All right, enemy dead.
No,
So, and then when it cut to that animation of her like overcharging her spear, I was like, "What the hell is this? Devil May Cry? What the hell's going on?" I was so
you
confused.
took
I'm
it
like,
like
"What?"
spun it, stuck it in the spear, slammed it on the ground, and the sand also got created, like crater made in the sand. I was like,
Yeah, I
oh.
noticed that. I noticed that as well. But I was
I
like,
was
did
like,
that
what the hell?
happen because she did that? And after watching it again, I was like, oh yeah, it does look like it did. So, yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. And then the human enemies are wearing armor, so you can take that off too. That was cool. They were wearing armor, but it wasn't really interactable. I think one or two
Right.
enemies had it, but
Yeah. For the most part, they didn't. You didn't break armor on humans.
yeah,
Only the
you just shot them
robots.
with arrows and then they died. The
And
end,
it
or
looks
heavy
like
attack, light attack.
it looks like they'll have weak points now, where you can target the humans. I think now, not
Hmm.
just the robots, but the enemy type for the humans look different now as well. It looks like there's going to be a variety of them now, not just the normal like the bandits, the dudes with the chain guns or whatever. It looks like there's going to be a bigger variety of them.
Yeah.
Also, they're riding them actively now, like using the mammoth as like that big fortress, almost like a mobile fortress type of thing.
Yeah, Lord of
Also,
the
they're
Rings.
riding yeah, yep.
Yeah.
They're riding the Velociraptors, where they're just like. I wonder if you'll face a pack of those people riding a pack of Velociraptors.
Probably, I would guess.
That would be insane.
Oh, so cool.
Insane.
Desunoto, you haven't said anything in a while. You carry us on. Keep going.
Um,
You had so many things to say about this.
Well,
Yes.
I'm trying to get
I
something
agree.
that you guys haven't talked about yet.
I mean,
I
you
agree,
haven't
I
talked about
concur.
them, so you can jump in on them.
Yeah, you give us our opinion.
Oh.
You give us your opinion. I mean.
You give us
Well-
our opinion.
I don't know English. English is not my strong suit.
I felt like I was back on Facebook. You tell me my opinion now. Jokes. Classic jokes.
The climbing and traversing of the environments reminded me of Ghost and
Okay, yeah, I can see that
Assassin's
comparison.
Creed, but probably more Ghost because it's more. I feel like Ghost was more refined with that, even though Assassin's Creed's been doing it for so long.
So I can't really compare it to Assassin's Creed anymore because now it's climb anything in Assassin's Creed.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not
I see.
it's not like how original Assassin's Creed was. But
Yeah.
listen, can we talk about the vault for just 1 second? The vaults, the beautiful vault she makes over any of those trees in that area.
Yeah, we can talk about them.
It is flawless looking. It is so fluid, as if you would just walk up to it, and she does the animation perfectly. No choppiness, no lag, nothing. I was like, oh.
Good thing we're keeping this
Okay.
short. You keep saying fluid, and I think I have to pee now. You said fluid like 11 times.
What am I supposed
It's because you're not wrong.
Yeah, no, it's all about fluid at this point. It's all fluids and
Yeah,
fluidity and
yeah,
how
fluidity.
fluidness,
Yeah.
the fluidness of the game and
Yeah.
how fluid it flew.
All right, I don't have to pee anymore because
Flows.
I don't have to pee anymore because you just kept saying it. And now I'm rock hard. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Mostly because of the game. You know?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God. I say we just jump into the main thing.
The mammoth fight.
The mammoth fight.
All right, who wants to take on that mammoth fight?
Kevin, you take on the mammoth fight. You were talking about it earlier.
Was?
Yes, Kevin. It was like 20 minutes ago. Not even. Please.
Alright. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about it. It was a fight against a woolly mammoth-ish. I don't know if it's really a woolly mammoth. It's more of an elephant. That
That's
makes
woolly
more
mammoth.
sense than having a woolly mammoth, but it's fine.
No.
But yeah, the elephant fight was interesting. When one part and it blew up, something fell into the water and there was a splash and the water rippled correctly, so that was kind of neat.
But she threw a spear at it that exploded.
Yeah.
What was that
Exploding
about?
spear thing.
I mean, spear the
They
bomb on it.
explained it in the deep dive. They talked about that weapon.
They did.
Briefly,
but like,
You want
everything.
to give us a deep dive on the weapons, Desunoto?
I cannot.
I cannot.
honesty. The honesty I respect. All right.
That's the big part, honesty. They talked about the sticky bomb, the exploding spears, which I think that's a first for the game, correct? That's not something that we've seen before, the exploding spears.
No, no, there were no spears.
So she has two different types of spears at this point that we know about. The one that she uses for the melee combat, and the one that is explosive that she can throw at people. That looks like it has like C4 attached to it, and it will blow up after a certain a duration of time when it hits anything. But the impact that thing made, it was I think a giant chunk of it fell off. Like one whole big piece of armor fell off the mammoth. And then when she did the sticky bomb, that was even cool. I was like, oh, she got that thing stuck where it needs to stay. And then she used an arrow and blew up the front of it.
Yeah, and then when that tower collapsed off of it, I was like, oh. And then it looked like there was like flesh and bone underneath, and it was gross. And I was like, yes. By the way, it's called a tremor tusk. That's what they call it.
That's what they were. Yep, that's what they were saying on
Yeah.
Tremor Tusk.
Tremor Tusk, whatever that is.
I'll tell you one thing about that mammoth fight though that I didn't like. Characters gotta shut up. There's way too much chatter.
Who was
I could see
talking?
that point.
Everyone, literally
Yeah,
every
the people on top,
human
they were yelling.
talked.
She was talking, and then he was talking to, what's his name again?
Aaron?
Aaron
Yep,
was
he was-
talking. Aloy was talking.
Everybody was talking.
Every single person riding that elephant was talking, and they were just saying the same lines over and over and over.
Gotta
again.
dodge,
It got
gotta do this.
Really annoying. Fire the cannons. Incoming.
I mean, well, that helps you, like, dodge stuff, but, like, yeah. I mean, I didn't pick up on that because I was jamming to the synth that was in the music.
Okay, but we'll talk about music later because
Yeah,
that hit me.
Fair. Yeah,
Oh my God, let's
that's
go
the whole
soundtrack.
thing.
But anyway.
Yeah. But, yeah, I didn't notice it. I will have to rewatch, and take a look at that.
If you, and you know what, if they want to keep it, fine. Just put an option in for like how much chatter you want in the game, and I'll be fine. A lot of games do things like that, so that's not out of the question in my opinion.
Okay.
What game does that?
It was just super distracting. Biomutant has frequency of narrator speak, frequency of the gibberish speak, and amount. Battlefield, you can turn on and off battle chatter, which gets real intense if you leave all that on because people are literally screaming as they're dying.
Oh, get on the table! And you're fucking grenades!
Genesis knows all about that.
Is that what they sound like?
Genesis can vouch.
I missed that last section.
What? Well, honestly, you're gonna have to watch the episode.
People die in Battlefield 5. Just screaming and things.
Yes, yeah, that is one of the things that actually annoys me in Battlefield 5 when they're all screaming as they're dying. I'm like, so you can turn. Okay, I didn't know that was an option that you could turn that off.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, is war annoying for you, sir?
Listen. Not if you're screaming. I need a medic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Help me,
excuse me, I need a medic. I have been shot in the leg, the chest, and the stomach. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. I'm going to shoot you, and you'll see. You'll see, and I'll be like, hey, don't scream. Don't scream.
If they...
I think I'm a psychopath. That's what you sound like. Get out of here. Yeah, but I agree, Kevin. That does sound annoying.
Don't need to be that realistic. So,
if they sounded like you
need to write to Rockstar and tell them that, all right? Because I don't know what the hell they're doing with GTA's. Games don't need to be that realistic. Calm down. I think they hit a good balance with GTA 5, but it's not besides the point. Kevin, we're getting off topic.
I mean,
the whole entire environment itself. I'm curious to see what other parts of San Francisco they'll show. I know in one of the trailers we saw the Golden Gate. I want to know if it's just San Francisco that we're looking at, because the original map for the first one was pretty big, if I remember.
They showed a map that showed Southern California. So
L.A., San Diego, San Francisco.
So I assume it's more California. There might be more, but it seems like San Francisco's the one we know now. Because we saw 2 iconic things from it, at least.
Do
3,
any of you guys,
I think, because of the theater.
Do any of you guys think we're gonna get a system where she could actually just fly instead of glide?
No.
Well,
maybe if she hijacks a bird.
Do you think that they'll let you hijack a bird this time around?
I think so, because I think they will, but I think it'll be limited if they do let you do it.
Oh, maybe.
I don't think it'll be like unlimited, you can fly this bird. I think it'll be like, okay, you can fly this bird for like a bit. Or that's the fast travel system. You hop on a bird, pew, you're there, you know?
I would actually want them to let you fly, because imagine just going through all the scenery and flying through things like that. Be maybe end game, like an end game thing.
I mean,
okay, you got the ability to fly now.
Yeah, maybe end game. I don't want that as a game mechanic, because that takes away the fun of exploration.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do it, so it doesn't.
I mean, that's fair.
But the only thing that makes me doubt, the only thing, I agree that it's more of a towards the end kind of a thing. But the only thing that makes me doubt it is it's also on the PlayStation 4, and I don't think
This game, I don't know how they're putting this on PS4.
I want
I
to
don't
see.
know
That's
either.
the thing I
Yeah,
want to see the most now. It
I
running on a
also thought
PlayStation
about
4,
that.
but I need them to
Probably
like
looks exactly
film
like the
it
first
from
game.
inside the room because I want to hear that PlayStation 4. I want to hear it go, because it's probably like it is dying as it's running this game. Like I can't
So
even
they were
imagine.
saying, a lot of people were saying that the base PS4s may not be able to run this, and just the pros may be able to run this, and add that to at like a disadvantage, a very big disadvantage.
Well, then why put it
I
on
could
PlayStation
also,
4?
I mean, it's cross-gen. They already made the commitment. They
Yeah,
already
but
want to make this cross-gen.
if
So
it doesn't run on the base PS4, it only runs on pros, then it only runs on like 20 or 30 million of the PlayStation 4s that are out there. So that
I
it
mean,
doesn't make any
at this
sense.
point, a lot of games run much better than much, almost to the point where not they're not unplayable, but they become pretty choppy on regular PlayStation 4 for a lot of these exclusives that are coming out. Like I know people were having issues with The Last of Us Part 2, with Ghost, with even Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's people were having issues with that on the original PlayStation 4.
I didn't have issues
Um,
with Ghost.
you had none.
None.
But you played it. Did it give you an option to put any sort of like stabilization, like performance mode, light mode, or anything
No.
like that?
I only
Okay.
have a normal PS4.
Okay. Um,
Ghost ran really well.
maybe then. Well, again, okay. Maybe I
I
shouldn't
mean, it
say
was
Ghost
probably
because
like
that.
capped at like 30 frames or something, but still,
No,
What are
no,
you
no, no.
making
You
stuff
know
up,
what?
super
Genesis?
consistently.
What is
No,
this?
no,
Come
no.
on.
I'll take the Ghost one back. Probably. Maybe that was
What?
probably my bad on the Ghost one because I think because I remember that Ghost is an anomaly that we can't actually judge anymore on PlayStation 4 because even on that system it had 1 second of a load screen, which is
All right.
impossible for
But
every game.
well, yeah, then they patched it to slow it down so you could read the hints because people are like, I don't know what
Yeah,
these hints are.
yeah, yeah.
And
But
then you read a hint and you're like, you could do that? What?
um, I mean, but you have Spider-Man, you have God of War, you have Last of Us, you have a lot of the high-end
The
Sony
thing is,
exclusives.
See, I don't
yeah,
trust you
Ran
the
anymore.
thing
You
with the
lied about
PS4
Ghost.
is they just if they as like if bleh,
what?
English if they turn off things like ray tracing, well, I assume that Horizon
That's off,
Forbidden
yeah.
West has ray tracing.
That's
It
off by
definitely looks like
default,
it.
yeah.
Like it has to be off for PS4. And if they just scale back resolution a little
Textures and
bit
stuff. Yep,
and
textures
textures,
and
it
yep.
should like if they basically make it look like the first game or maybe a little better, it should run fine enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to run on a base PS4. I think because it's a Sony game, Sony will make sure that it runs on everything. And hopefully not to a point where it breaks because then Sony is like, Sony cares about Metacritic, as you saw in their investor meeting. So I think they're going to try to get it in a playable state. Because it would be embarrassing if they put that game out and it didn't run on PlayStation 4. Because if you're, I don't know why you'd put it on PlayStation 4. I always say it's going to hold you back, but clearly they were like, let's put it on PlayStation 4, and they committed to it, and I respect it. So, very excited to see it running on PlayStation 4 because I gotta know. I gotta see the Digital Foundry comparison. I can't wait to watch that
I
27-minute video.
I definitely want to see the comparison with that. Yep, I would agree with that.
John Linneman's gonna be like, somehow they did it, but let's talk about why it sucks. So, very exciting. Kevin, do you want to jump into the music now?
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Okay, so I
go.
love soundtracks in games,
Yeah.
and people much I love soundtracks in games. They're super solid. I sat when I got Dark Souls 3. I sat at that menu for like a solid 7 minutes, just listening to the menu theme. Um, the music in this is super varied. The instrument selection is super varied, but it feels great.
Oh,
And it puts you in the moment, in the time frame, like the era, whatever you want to call it. Like it's everything. It's all encompassing music that actually adds to the overall like environment.
yeah. I'm also a big music guy when it comes to video game soundtracks, like Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, the original Horizon, like the Aloy's theme makes me tear up sometimes because that theme is so good and it means so much in that first game. And to me, it's not important. We'll move on because Aloy, best game. I'm just, Anyways, but yeah, when Aloy's theme
You
popped
walk
up
away. Oh,
again,
there you go.
No, I just started mumbling and I just cut myself off. But Aloy's theme popped up, and then it was remixed, and then when you're fighting the Tuska Master, whatever the hell it was called, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about swearing anyways either. But when you're fighting that elephant and that synth kicks in, I'm like, what is this, Miles Morales? What is going on? PlayStation 5, Year of the Synth, you know what I mean? Oh, it was so good. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. It was so beautiful. Where is it? I want it now. Desunoto, what did you think about the music? You seem to have a hard on for music.
Yes. Honestly, well, hold on. I was,
Yes, we'll
hmm,
hold. We're not doing anything important.
I wasn't really, for some reason, I was really just into just looking at it. I wasn't paying too much attention to the music when I was watching the trailer of the gameplay.
All right.
But
Highly recommend going back and listening to that. Genesis?
I'll tell you,
yeah,
right when
Oh.
I lost it with the music was when like the island drums and woodwind sort of
Oh.
instruments kicked in.
Oh my
Loved it.
God.
You know what I'm talking about.
I
Right toward the beginning.
I'll tell you right now, when it first did like a pan with all like the when you heard all the animals and then the
Hmm.
drums and the woodwinds kicked in, and I was like, oh, this is why people like going outside. I get it now. Like it clicked. It literally clicked at that moment, and I was like, I just want to go outside in this environment. Just
Hmm.
PlayStation, if you're listening, give me like a 15-minute VR mode so I could just sit in this environment and look around.
That should be kind of cool.
I would love that because when they were leading up to the stream, because I did have it pulled up pretty much all day, leave me alone. They were showing off, they were playing the music, beautiful, and they were showing off like concept art and like environmental shots, and they were
Hmm.
so beautiful. And it's oh my god, I want to be wrapped in this warm embrace of 1,000 years after the death of humanity. You know what I mean? That's
It
just
would
all I
actually
want in
be
life.
really cool if PlayStation did release like some sort of free VR thing where you could just like walk around in environments in their games.
I would love that. It doesn't even have to be the whole world. It could just be like a
No,
small
no, just a part
section.
of it.
I would
But
love
like
it.
walking around in Ratchet and Clank
Oh
or
my
That would be
god.
cool.
Horizon
Yeah,
in
like
Returnal.
especially for the new Ratchet and Clank, you could be walking around at that fair or the
Yeah,
celebration
yeah, yeah.
parade. Like just hey, this isn't a long thing, and we had a couple people work on this. Actually, Insomniac, they made every game that we've ever made, so whatever, it's not important. But like you just walk around, Insomniac's like we just shit this out one afternoon. It's not important, and it just comes out. It's like all 100s. Somehow Metacritic's like, I don't even fucking know what to do with 100, but whatever. It's up there now. This 15-minute Ratchet and Clank parade demo. Oh, it would be great. Genesis, what did you think about the music? Were you deaf during it like Desunoto?
No. I listen to the music. Strangely enough, um, I was sitting at work and in front of my computer, and I had this thing playing, and I had to put the volume up and then put my headset in because I started hearing the soundtrack. I was like, this is kind of catchy. I want to listen to this. I paused and put my earphones in and I started listening. I'm like, oh my god,
It's
I'm in.
yeah.
I kid you
I
not. I found the
I
trailer
can't
and I played
imagine.
it on my way home when I was sitting in the car listening to that. I heard
Yeah.
all the battle sounds. I heard everything. I'm waiting for somebody to rip the music off of it and just put it online.
Did you get the Miles Morales kind of feel when the synths started playing with the Trusk mask? What the hell was that thing
I
called?
got I got the Miles Morales feel when she did the special move and she put the cinematic portion came up of it and she
Oh
put the
yeah,
fucking she
yeah,
put the thing inside the spear and it spun around her
yeah.
real
yeah.
fast and she just I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
I had the
I can't even
same
imagine.
idea
It's
there.
gonna be so good. Because as much as like the first game looked and sounded great, especially with Kevin recently playing Returnal and how great the sounds were in that game from me just streaming it, I can't even imagine what life will be like when I turn this game
That
on with my
Returnal
headphones and I'm like,
is
oh,
almost like a staple to live up to with the sounds and the environment. You remember when we first saw it when he played that? we heard all these like eerie, scary sounds in the back. We're
Yeah.
like, what is that? And he's like, oh, don't worry about that.
I
that's
could
just the way
tell.
everything sounds. And we're like, what?
Don't worry, that's just ambience. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I love, we've talked about this before, especially in Kevin's review. People check that out if you're actually watching this crazy fucking episode. But, like, when Kevin was playing Returnal and he would just turn around and start shooting an enemy, I was like, oh, the sound is that good. And 3D audio is not new, but Returnal, even in streaming, it was so good. And I can't even imagine what this will be. Just directly injected into my veins. I don't know how you do that with sound. I'm pretty sure I would die.
Point. I didn't even think of it.
Oh,
3D audio in this game is going to be nuts.
It's going to be nuts. You're going to hear the birds up there. You're going to hear the trap jaws in the water. Oh my god, what does underwater sound like, guys? Oh my god.
You're going to hear them chasing you.
Oh, you're going to hear... Oh my god. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. I am so excited. There was no release date, but then they tweeted that, hey, we're still on track for we're still on track for our goal, which is 2021, or somebody's going to a restaurant and paying,
Okay, hold on. With the 3D audio, hear me out here. If you jump and dive into the water, are you going to hear, like, I don't know how to describe this. Like, you'll hit the water, but then you can hear above you when the water, like, claps together. Like,
I don't know.
What I mean?
Maybe. I don't know.
Water clapping? Oh my
god. Yeah, you heard of the booty clap. Now get ready for the water clap. Oh my god. It sounds kind of transmitted, but I can't wait. What's everybody's final thoughts? We've almost been going an hour here.
No, but do you know what I mean by that, though? What I'm trying to get
Yeah, 100% I know what you mean.
If you do that in real life, you can hear, like, the water splashing back down on itself if you dive in.
I know. I can't wait. I can't. Just can't. What's everyone's thoughts? I don't know if we want to give ratings. Genesis is into that stuff.
Yeah, I'm good for ratings. I can go first here. My final closing thoughts on this topic before I move on to the next couple things, which are going to be much shorter than this, is I can't wait for this game. I have already told Adam I'm going to make it my sole mission to complete the first game in its entirety before this next game comes out, because I feel like I'm definitely doing myself an injustice by not playing this game. There's only positive things with the first game, and I feel I'm very excited for the second one from what it looks like so far. I'm curious to see more. I think I only need to see maybe one more trailer, and I don't want to see anything of it after that. I just want to see this game in my hands, have it play on this PlayStation 5. This whole overall reveal, I'll give it a solid 11 out of 10. I think it was perfect. I think there was nothing wrong with it.
All right, it's more than perfect, but Kevin?
What's up?
Your final thoughts, if you want to give it, if you want to. Yeah, you can if you want. It's up to you.
You don't have to.
My final thought, okay, so I'm just going to do final thoughts because I'm not giving a rating to a trailer.
We'll just assume the rating, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
10 out of 10.
The devs, for the little bit that they talked, it was fine. Everything that they had to say was great. They touched on things that we had seen and kind of expanded on them, which is great because a lot of times developers don't do that, and they're just like, they leave it up to people like stopping the video every like 10 seconds and analyzing everything on the screen. So it was nice to actually hear their input and like explanations for some of the stuff coming out. But really my only criticism of the entire game and the entire experience is that people just talk too much in that fight, and I just hope that it's either toned back or I can tone it back myself. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is wonderful, and if I can't, I'll live with it. Like,
yeah,
I'm still gonna play the game. It's still gonna be super enjoyable.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we'll just keep going in a circle here.
Actually, no, I had one other thought.
You son of a bitch.
I totally forgot about this. One other little thought.
Now, go ahead.
I hope, because at one point, I swear I heard this, someone correct me if I'm wrong, that when the devs were talking, it kind of sounded like everything was going to be dangerous and hostile.
Yes.
I don't recall that being a thing in the first game. I thought there were more docile creatures.
There were, like, the gazelle-type creatures where, like, if you stayed away from them, they didn't bother you.
Yeah.
But when you got close, they did attack you. So everything was kind of hostile, but how they describe this, especially with that red blight, and how a lot of things are taken over and controlled by the raiders, it sounds like everything is hostile. But I also think
But
that's
there's
more of
some
like
things
dev
with
speak.
There's some things with like blue eyes that Aloy snuck up on it, but was able to get real close to the one to like tame it with her spear and reject it with whatever. I just
When
hope
they're just
there's
walking
wildlife.
around and they don't see you, then they don't
Yeah,
have the red
I don't
eyes.
know.
They don't
I
like
hope
freak out.
everything doesn't. Right. I hope
Because she was
everything
hiding
doesn't check
still.
you right out
Yeah,
because
yeah. I don't think it'll be
having some
terrible.
things just like be is cool to look at.
Yeah,
I don't know, that's my
again, I
overall
think it's
input.
more dev speak about like this world is hostile and scary. And you got to fight your way through it. Ugh. Like
Right.
that's I'm not worried about everything attacking me because the first game I felt like everything was attacking me, but it was me running directly up to them and just stabbing them, being like, "No, I kill you before you kill me. I am dominant here." And you find out what's going on with them, and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm ruining the world." Genesis will figure that out eventually.
Yep.
Because he hasn't finished the first game. You got to finish that before the second comes out. You're gonna spoil. You get a little spooky spoil. My
Spooky
thoughts.
boy.
I think the game looked very pretty. I feel like we've talked about that. I think
Yes.
every aspect of the game looks improved to the quality that I wanted to be improved. I would say no because it went in and out of in-game like cutscenes like every 5 minutes or like every 3 minutes. But again, that was a very heavily scripted moment because you're doing a mission, obviously, and 90% of the game you won't encounter that if you're just exploring. I would guess, because this is still open world as far as we know. Um, yeah, the facial animations they still aren't 100%. The faces still look great though, because it was
Faces are
groundbreaking.
great.
I don't understand how they do that. They kidnapped people and they just put them in a virtual
Yeah,
world.
probably.
Yeah, so like that's crazy. But combat looks great. Aloy is Aloy as much as I remember Aloy being Aloy. If I had to make a comparison, this is the Wonder Woman of the PlayStation universe for me. She is the queen of this universe, and I am here to stand and simp her. Not in a sexual way. Don't think about Desunoto. Desunoto, don't you think about this tonight when you're going to sleep and
Oh.
the mood hits you. That's not what it's about. Aloy is like
Yeah.
Aloy is like a sister. I respect.
Kevin just runs up to
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Chastity Mordecai Heller. That's what we call him. He's the belt. But like, if I had to give it a rating, probably like a 6 out of 6, and that's it. Shock. I'm
6
not
out
giving
of
it.
6.
Yeah, I'm not. That's 100% right there. I'm not giving it 11 out of 10. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not making a scale and then immediately breaking it. That would be dumb. I would have to be a man who's never beat the first game to make that kind of scale. You know what I mean? Destino, what did you think?
I thought. I mean, I think I'm probably the only one here who hasn't played the first game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah. It's alright.
leaving.
oh, oh.
You left. All right. He just left.
But
Yeah, you continue your thoughts.
not having played the first game, and trailer actually makes me want to really play the
Is he out
first
there? Where is he?
game
Keep going. I
because
got him.
it
Yeah.
it looked like another truly next gen experience.
So it makes you want to play the first one though now.
Yeah,
Mm.
and the fact that
Okay.
it's coming on both PS4 and PS5 is even more like of a shocker of how amazing it looks and plays right now. But yeah, everything like music was great. I mean, I'm starting to oh.
So close. Anyways, play the first game. Is that it? No, that's not it. What the hell is this? That's not it. Keep going. Stop.
All right. So, do you want to give it a rating? Do you not want to give it a rating?
Yeah, it's it. It's quartz.
Just
I
curious.
mean, I'll give it a rating based on the quality of the state of play, but probably not the game. The state of play itself, solid like 15 minutes of gameplay, of really, really great gameplay showcasing a lot of the different stuff you can do, from climbing stuff to jumping in the water and swimming underwater, and then fighting all these different robot animals.
Are you gonna play the first game?
Yeah, I think I will.
It's good. It's really good. I highly
Probably
recommend.
will.
It's my favorite PS4
Yes.
game.
Oh,
So
wasn't that? Is it not Infamous? Is that not your
that's not a
favorite?
PS4 game. That's Infamous Second Son, and I don't count that as a
Second
game.
Son.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Second Son, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm more of the
Oh.
original trilogy. One day they'll make that. I like Second Son, but like I'm not the biggest fan. I actually like First Light more than Second Son, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Surprisingly, it's Horizon, then God of War, and then Last of Us Part 2 for my top 3 games on PlayStation 4.
Hmm.
We'll have to go through that list one of these days. Probably at
We
the end of the
did,
year.
and originally.
We'll revisit it now. Since
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been some years, and we've played more PlayStation 4 games. We could just go like through our top 3 or 5 or whatever. Just talk about that. Still the Witness? Yeah,
okay.
It makes sense.
Do we want to go through a couple of the other announcements, such as the other trailers that came out today for pre-E3
There
news?
was others?
I didn't watch anything else, so if anybody watched those and cares to explain those, I'm down.
What we got?
I can explain it, so I can go through a couple of those. So we got Dying Light 2. The first gameplay reveal was out today. It is actually December 7th, 2021 is the release date. That is a shocking date for me because of how long this game was in like hiatus for almost. We also had a trailer for the House of Ashes today, the first gameplay reveal for the third game in the Dark Anthology. It looked
I'm not watching it.
very good.
If there's anything story, don't tell me, please.
No, I won't mention anything story. The only thing I'll say is that it is definitely bloodier and I think a little bit more mature themed than the last few of them. As well.
It looked like it was going to be more of like a violent horror as opposed to psychological.
Absolutely. I would agree with that.
I love it.
We also saw trailers for Sonic Ultimate, Sonic Colors Ultimate Edition. So Dying Light 2, the problem with that is, for me, I just saw the trailer.
Everything is bright. There's no shadows.
That's the thing. It still looks like a PlayStation 4 title. I don't understand why. It doesn't look like nothing was improved. I don't see lighting improved. I don't see textures improved. Dying Light 2.
I didn't see
there is indoors. Indoors looks great. Outside looks crap.
That's the thing. And that's where you're gonna spend most of your time. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Which, if anybody does look at the trailer later, there's a segment in the trailer where it looks like
the best sky ever. Sorry, I'm watching it.
That's okay. There's a part in the trailer where it looks like you become one of those zombies, the hunters, and it looks like you're attacking somebody, but then you go back to being a human in one of the next shots. I wonder if, because the title of the game is Stay Human, I don't know if that implies you may have the ability to go in and out of being a quote unquote zombie. We saw Sonic Colors Ultimate Edition today. We saw a teaser for some 2022 Sonic game coming out.
Barely a teaser.
Yeah, what else?
Because they literally had no words or letters or anything.
Far Cry 6 had their trailer leak and then immediately got taken down by Ubisoft. I did post the screenshots of it in our chat.
Didn't the Battlefield stuff come out too?
No,
the Far Cry 6 stuff, it's only partially leaked. We should see more tomorrow, so I'll probably talk about that on Tuesday when we actually do a full episode of this. By the way, this Dying Light 2 trailer, I'm watching it. It doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look new.
That's the thing. It looks just like you're playing Dying Light 1.
I say it looks better than that.
Indoors is shockingly better than outdoors, though, if you're watching that.
Yeah, their skin. Yeah, the lighting's real strange with this. I mean, the sky is nice.
It's bright.
The sky is very nice.
Nice.
I mean, compared to the Horizon Sky, I mean, I'm gonna compare this to Horizon because it came out today too. But like,
Yeah, that's fine.
but I don't. This
Is
isn't
there
next
a
gen,
release
right?
date?
That's next gen PS5.
This is a PS5 game.
That is a
Also
PlayStation 5 title.
PS4.
Is that
It's also
PS4 as
last
well? I
gen.
thought it was.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
thought it
and
was
regular
only.
Xbox.
Is Is this the PS4 trailer?
I don't think so.
if it is, I don't know why they would show it.
Interesting. All right. Well, you know,
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we gotta cover before we say goodbye to everybody here.
Oh, that's it.
Is there
I
a
mean,
release
most
date
of the
for Dying Light 2?
December 7th, 2021.
Hmm.
Again, I don't understand how that is the thing. It makes no sense, but I guess okay.
I mean, it
That
looks
thing's
neat.
been
Looks like Dying Light. So
Fast and Furious Spy Racers Rise of Shifter.
yeah, saw that.
That's a
Yep.
long title.
And
Yeah.
that's a super
Also
long
based
title.
on the Netflix show.
Hmm.
Did anybody know
The
there was a
Netflix
Netflix
show?
Fast and Furious show?
I didn't
I
know.
had no idea.
I literally just learned that. It's animated and it's like a kid show, and that's what that's about. Because it's not Dom Toretto's not going to show up. It's not Fast and Furious Crossroads, our Lord and Savior of video games. So it's a different one.
Dragon Quest 12 got Flames of the Fate got announced today.
It was yesterday.
Nope. Was it yesterday? No,
It was
that's today.
No, we were talking about that last night.
No, it was Dragon Quest 3 remake.
That was the 3 remake. This
No,
is 12.
They showed the logo last night as well. There was a whole Dragon Quest thing last night.
Oh.
I only talked about
I
3,
remember this
and
now.
then everyone said they didn't care, so then I stopped talking about all the Dragon Quest news.
I apologize. Okay.
I
I'm
can't
wrong with
remember
that
what
one.
it
Because you're like, Dragon Quest, and you're like, wait, did you say Dragon Dogma or Dragon's Quest? I'm like, Quest, and you're like, no, I don't care. I'm like, all right, never mind.
No, Dragon Warrior.
Oh, it's all the same. There's too many dragons, Kevin.
No.
I don't know if you're talking about Game of Thrones. I don't know if you're talking about Dragon Puff, the Magic Dragon. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's all the same to me.
Who's Dragon Puff the Magic Dragon?
I meant Puff the Magic Dragon, but you know, it's Thursday. It's not Tuesday. I don't have to be in my form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This combat looks
Doing
fun
okay.
in this game. And Dying Light 2. I'm still watching the trailer.
I see. I don't think there was anything else. I know in the coming days we're going to see more stuff. Obviously, since we're getting closer to E3, this is pre-E3 time. If there's anything bigger, obviously leave a message for us on Twitter. If you want us to talk about something, definitely let us know.
Mail it to us.
Yeah, mail it to us. It'll probably get here within a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Where we
Just
can
put crafting a chat on the envelope, put $1,000 in it, and then drop it on the ground. It'll find its way.
Perfect.
Anybody else want to touch on anything before we wrap it up here?
Okay. I'd say no. I'd say we're good.
Alrighty, guys. Well, again.
I have something.
Oh you finally decide to speak.
He speaks. Speak, my child.
So in Horizon, in that lovely gameplay, I think the one thing that I wasn't a huge fan of was when those structures were breaking towards the end when she was fighting that mammoth thing. The stuff kind of fell on the floor and then on the sand and then just disappeared after it bounced like once.
Fair. Yep.
I didn't like how that disappeared. I wish it
I
like just sat there for a little bit at least.
Resource management, probably because they're trying to have this giant boss battle fight going on. They're probably just taking the resources from things that don't need to be displayed.
I mean,
I guess.
Right,
I mean,
but
it's not a huge thing, but that's like one of the graphical things that I noticed that wasn't
up to your
my
standards.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
So something I can compare that to, like Battlefield 5. Kevin, when we play online, things when they get broken, I mean they break to the smallest level possible that I've seen in a video game detail wise, unless we're talking about Red Faction. That's a totally different thing.
That's a whole different animal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a molecular level. You see things breaking. So with this, I mean, and the things don't necessarily disappear as quick as I think they would have to if you're talking about resource management. And to top that off, we're playing on a map with 64 people. That's all.
Oh no, the stuff when you collapse like part of a building, the pieces that fall down, it's just hit the ground, despawn.
I thought I seen like pieces on the ground still on the ground as I'm walking through things.
I mean, floors and stuff can get ripped up in buildings.
Oh,
that might be what
maybe
you're
that's
thinking
what maybe that's what I'm noticing.
Yeah.
I'm telling
But
you
I
right
mean,
now
Mhm.
that I've owned a lot of bouncy balls in my life, and I have no idea where any of them are because I bounce them once and they're gone. So I'm not trying to be a fanboy for Horizon. I'm just saying where are all my bouncy balls. You know what I mean?
No. Like, I mean, I get it. I think that there should be enough hardware, power, and resources
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
keep
maybe
that
it's
stuff rendered for at least a period of time.
yeah, maybe for some reason it's just not there yet. I don't think that's like I don't think
Maybe.
anybody here is saying it's a big deal, but like yeah, I noticed that as well. I just didn't care enough to bring it up,
That's
especially
not
after we
that
moved on
that's
after Horizon. You know what I mean?
Which
that's
actually,
nowhere
that brings up a
near
good
final
point.
build.
No, it isn't. But that actually brings up a point too. Is anybody watching the trailer right now? Do the people when they fly off the back of the elephant, do those despawn too?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see bodies after she
I
fought.
thought I did. When she
Huh.
threw the spear at it and it blows up, I swear like 2 or 3 people fly through the air.
All right, hold on. We're doing an
Or maybe they didn't
investigation.
end up on the floor.
Investigative
I
time.
There's
feel
an
like I didn't see any
investigation
bodies on the
time.
floor after she finished that whole fight.
Well, this
Okay.
this
It
isn't
was
disturbed. You know, we're
weird.
not going to see that.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't think Disturbed did that song. I thought it was Drowning Pool.
It is Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
Well, but I did
Wake
say that you're not going to see it
me up
because Drowning Pool
inside.
wanted them to hit the floor. Disturbed didn't sing it, so they
Wake
don't.
me up. Wake me
Oh.
up
All right,
inside.
the character you're impersonating is goofy, but what you're doing is dumb. Stop.
Wow.
Wake me. Oh, you look.
Wake me up inside. Dude. All right. Have we found an answer to this investigation?
Yeah, I'm watching it. It takes a second. Hold on. Patient
Oh
ass.
my.
You got a phone? You got like 50 phones.
Yo.
Yeah,
You don't
it touches the ground
know
and it's
how many
gone.
phones I have.
Some of it despawns before it even touches the ground. There's a little bit of its
Yeah.
wood structure left, like in the background, but it's slowly despawning.
Right.
Are there people? Or did I make that up? I thought
There's
I saw
people up
fly
there,
out
but
of
I
it.
didn't see people land on the ground or stay on the ground.
No, I mean, did they fly through the air?
Oh yeah, the people flew through the air because they were on it.
Oh, okay. I making sure that there was actually people and not like pieces of wood, and I'm just giving. Oh man, sometimes my eyes are broken, you know.
Yeah. Now there's people
I
flying,
mean, our eyes break every once
I
in a
think.
while. It's okay. It happens.
I think
Honestly, there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening
there
here.
is. There is. Anyway, yeah, no. Now that you mention it, stuff despawns really fast. 100%.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. So barely worth bringing up, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad you had an opinion. It took a little to process, it seems, but I'm glad you had it.
Jesus. All right.
All right, well, I'm not paid to do this twice a week, so that's the end. Say goodbye.
All right, everybody. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us for the special episode number 3 of Crafting a Chat. If we have any other things during E3 week, you'll probably see episode 4 and 5 for special editions come up. And if you guys want to see us, talk about anything, feel free and leave us a tweet, leave us a comment in the videos. Starting too late, look him up on YouTube. That's where you'll see our YouTube version of this. Twitch.tv/craftingachat. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday, unless we announce something else. You guys have a nice rest of your week. See you later, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day. Bye.